Okay, hello Kang. I'm Muhammad Zulkifli Al Jaid, and I'm a student in English education. I'm second semester, and I have an assignment to have interview with senior in English education, and I'm gonna ask you some question about the government Indonesia. We know that lately many of student in college talk about government in Indonesia, and I have interest to it, and I want to ask you some question about that. Do you mind if I ask you some question?
Sure. Uh, yes, I'm free to ask. I'm free to question.
Okay, but before that, maybe I want you to introduce yourself to our viewers here. Do you mind if you introduce yourself first?
Hello everyone, my name is Alvin Muhammad Akbar and I'm in sixth semester, class A, same as his mentor, Aliza.
Okay. Let's move to the first question. I want to ask you, what do you think about the current government in Indonesia? Is anything interesting for you?
Yes, the interesting maybe among the most event in this year, maybe it cutting of budgets. As
Yes.
you know, it impactful of our learning uh, in this building and maybe poor coordination about nutrition meals and the student and demonstrated when they against with the amendmental for fight with their rights to I personally feels like my life in danger when the military joining the government. So it's a bad government, I think.
Okay, so that's some thing that you feel interesting in government lately. And after that, have you ever thought about getting involved in government in the politics in the soon or maybe yeah, right now?
To be honest, I'm not really interested to join the politic or let's say if I join the politic or working on the government fields, do you think our government have a bad image?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's the reason I want to join the politics or working on the government.
So I see. And what comes to your mind if you hear about democracy in Indonesia?
Before I answer that question, could you tell me what is democracy
I
in your opinion?
think my opinion, democracy is free, and democracy is about what is everyone is same in this country, like the government, the people there, the society is everyone have same what same duty and same what it's yeah, everything is same. We have free to speak, free to everything do in our country.
Okay, let's go. So, my answer is democracy is a system by government run by the people, of the people, and for the people. In other words, democracy is the people's take a highest rank to make a decision,
Oh yeah.
and then yeah, something like that.
Okay. So have you ever joined any protest or discussion about politics or government in Indonesia?
Actually, in our association, in our major, have a public discussion. It will be held in the 20 right now 29 in this week.
Okay. Is it interesting, right, to talk about
It's
our
open
government?
in the public and our cabinet, and you should join the public discussion.
Of course, I want to join that. And if you could be the president for one day, what the first thing you want to change in Indonesia?
Uh, if I could be president, I want change the law, the system, the the transparencies, because in our government there are no transparencies. For example, when the meeting of RUTNI, it held in the secretly place, and the public and civilian not have uh, not knowing the meeting in that place.
So that's the thing you want to change first in Indonesia if you could be the president. That's some actually good answer, amazing answer. Thank you for having you here, and I hope Indonesia can be more better. Maybe with another president, or maybe you could be the president. I could be. Vote you, of course. Maybe thank you. That's all. Thank you very much. See you later, Kang. Okay. Good morning, Kang.
Morning.
I'm Muhammad Zulkifli Al Jaid.
Hello.
I'm from second semester in English Education Department. Could you introduce yourself to us?
Okay, my name is Muhammad David Abdillah, and I'm from sixth semester of English department.
Okay, it's nice to have you here. How are you doing now? Is it good?
I'm good. How about
Okay,
you?
I'm good also. And now I'm gonna talk about our government, our politics in Indonesia. We know that currently in Indonesia, especially us, student in college, we talk much about the government in Indonesia. So I want to ask you some question. Do you mind if I ask you some question about the government?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. So, the first question is, what do you think about the government in Indonesia currently? Is it anything interesting for you?
I think it's. I'm not really into a politics type, but I see the big picture of this government. It is Indonesian government right now. It's quite. I don't know. It's quite like messed up because I heard some bad news everywhere about the government. Not only the government, but the people inside them. People inside it. It's like corrupt, and they are not competent about their job. They are not like serious about their job, and I think it's quite concern. Yeah, it's. I've been worried about that.
Okay. So, there's so much something that isn't in place, right?
Right.
Okay, so after that, have you ever thought about involved in politics or government in Indonesia, like soon after you graduated, or maybe for now?
I wish I could. I wish I could. If my capacity are good enough to join and government, I'm sure that everyone have the same thought as I was, as I am, for the better world, for the better country.
Okay. What comes to your mind if you heard about democracy in Indonesia?
Oh, it's a long gone, but I think it's still here, but it's just not the same as it was.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like a different situation. Sure, we do still do the democracy thing, but it's a lot of corrupt thing everywhere, just like monopoly, right? Just like corrupted.
So, when we talk about democracy, have you ever involved in protests or discussion about government and rules in Indonesia or politics things in Indonesia while you're in college, in campus?
Sadly, I never joined a protest, but I've talked about this in my friends' circle. Like I've talked about the government, how corrupt it is, how messed up it is. I wish I could change it. I wish we could change it. Our generation, your generation, sure. And yeah, I just hope the best for the democracy and for this country.
Okay, but you have interest in politics, right? Okay, but if I ask you, if you could be president for one day, what the first thing you want to change in Indonesia?
Okay, sure. I think I want to change about, first of all, the corruptor thing. Of course, we have the emergency emergency situation about the corruptor. I want to change. I want to change the law. I don't want to give a mercy for people that corrupt other people like that
in our country, right?
Yeah, and make this country is messed up, and I don't want to give mercy to people that make this country had a downfall.
Okay, so the first thing is you want to give the law and rules that can make the corruptor in Indonesia
Never happen again.
never happen again.
Never.
Okay, that's a good and amazing answer. Maybe that's all my question now, and thank you very much for having you here.
Sure, it's a pleasure.
Yes, I hope Indonesia will getting better soon. Thank you very much. See you later, Kang. Thank you.
Such a pleasure, such an honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello. Good morning. I'm Muhammad Zulkifli Al Jayid, and I'm from second semester in English education. And I wanna have conversation with you. I wanna ask you some question. Do you mind if I ask you some question?
Yes, of course.
Okay, but for the first, I want you to introduce yourself to us. Can you introduce yourself?
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you very much, Zulkifli, for the time for to me to introducing myself freely. My name is Balkis Azahra. I'm from the sixth semester of English Education Department in UIN Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung.
Okay, nice to have you here. Okay, we know that currently in Indonesia, they have recently issues, and especially us studying in college, we much talk about the government in Indonesia. So I wanna talk with you. I wanna have conversation with you about that. For the first thing, I wanna ask you, what do you think the current government in Indonesia lately? Is anything interesting for you?
Well, for myself, it's kind of interesting, but in a negative way. There are a lot of changes in our democracy. There are a lot of things that currently change by time, which it's incredibly kind of confusing for me because why can such a president like change
The rules.
yes change the rules freely without any guilt in their self. It's actually giving me a big question marks itself.
There is so much thing that isn't in the right place. Okay. So after that, have you ever thought about involved in democracy, involved in government and politics soon as you graduated or for now?
Oh, it's actually an interesting question, but for me, I'm never going to involve in a government field because I think, besides it's not my field, I also feel that if I going deeper into those kind of field, it rather I'm the one who being influenced or I influence people, but I think I cannot dominate all of those kind of field.
Okay, I see, I see.
Yeah.
So what comes to your mind? What first thing comes to your mind when you hear about democracy in Indonesia?
Um, Wait.
Wait, interesting.
Okay, I think the democracy itself, for me personally, I think democracy itself, it should be free,
Yeah.
right? Like we can talk about our voices, we can speak louder and louder, but I don't know why. But currently, the situation in Indonesia, when we do some demonstration, it's not really the meaning of democracy itself. So it's kind of off, I think.
Okay, so when we talk about democracy, have you ever involved in protests or discussion about government in Indonesia?
I have been in some of discussion, like talking about RUU TNI and others, but in the protest I haven't because I need the regulation to go to the demonstration is really hard, and I just use my voice through social media now.
Okay, that was good. And the last question is, if you ever be the president for one day, what the first thing you want to change in Indonesia?
The education, yeah, especially we learn in education itself, so we know all of those kind of things, and I think we should give the free education to Indonesia because have you heard about that, the way country improve, it's because of the people itself.
Okay, so well educated can make our country more better, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right.
that's really incredible answer. That's really nice of you. Thank you very much for having you here. It's really nice. See you later, and thank you very much.
Thank you, bye bye. Oh, 4
Thank
menit.
you.
Yang lain juga 4 menit.
Ya, sekitar kayak gitu. Cuman bedanya kalau sama teh bagis aku gini. Ada aku
Sama siapa aja Alvin?
Sama kami, sama siapa ya? Yang tadi teh satu lagi yang di sini.
Oh,
Juga
si
semester
Hafiz.
itu. Iya, yang itu. Sama mereka aku kayak beda ya.
Thank you ya.
Iya,
sudah
thank you
happy.
juga ya Teh Balkis. Aduh, Teh Balkis baik sekali.
Iya dong.
Next ini ada banyak yang ngantri.
Lagi, ayo. Halo.
Kamera aku, tapi aku penuh. No, boleh.
Ya, aku boleh pindah gak ke angle kiri?
Ah ini boleh dibuka. Aku belum di pause.
Hah?
Itu ada yang mau lewat.